All right, guys, for all of you that are interested in career mode, Bo's put out a pretty interesting post here just a little bit ago, and we got to be introduced to two new Planet Zoo characters. So we've started off with, she mentions Bernard, Bernie Goodwin, he's the zoo owner, and also we've got another character, Nancy Jones, who plays the head zookeeper in the new career mode. So let me just kind of run through this real quick. It was a post that Bo actually put on the Planet Zoo forums. You can read it under Planet Zoo's career mode. It's under the news and announcements section. But she starts out, she says, "Heyo, zookeepers, in Planet Zoo, you have the opportunity to play the game in a variety of ways. Similar to Planet Coaster, there will be an incredible sandbox mode in which you can build a unique zoo and let your imagination run wild." S. Dan Wolf. Because you guys know me, I'm not really big on the career mode stuff, but this nonetheless sounds a little interesting. To wrap up the sandbox part, she said, "You will have everything at your disposal as you dig lakes and rivers, raise hills and mountains, carve paths and caves, and build with a choice of gorgeous themes and hundreds of building components. And of course, you can fill that world with the most amazing animals, such as the majestic Bengal tiger or a cheeky family of western chimpanzees. However, that's not all that Planet Zoo has to offer. Ahead of Gamescom next week, we wanted to share a bit more information about our new and compelling career mode, which is in fact a little different than what you might be used to if you've played Planet Coaster." So that's a good start right there. A lot of people have kind of dogged Planet Coaster's career mode and the scenarios over the years. And I mean, I've just kind of taken your guys' feedback from it. I don't really think I only clicked on Planet Coaster's career mode or the scenarios maybe once. That's just not my cup of tea, as you'd say. But anyways, she goes on to say, "In Planet Zoo's career mode, you will go on a trip around the world with new characters, exciting objectives, and lots of decisions that can impact the success of your zoos. There's a bunch of unique scenarios that follow along a beautiful and adventurous story written by Graham Goring, and as part of the Planet universe, there will be loads of lighthearted and humor and heartwarming moments." So I'm thinking maybe they'll drop a lot of Planet Coaster Easter eggs. And so, yeah, just kind of really be neat to kind of keep along with that. And, you know, I'm just kind of interested about this because because of the story part, and actually it's, it seems like we're going to be following these characters along. We started that with the Ghostbusters, with the Planet Coaster Ghostbuster DLC. It's kind of like, it was weird. It's kind of like they're testing the waters with this story-driven, with these story-driven scenarios actually maybe even being narrated. Seems like Bernie may narrate this for us. Nancy as well, kind of as you go along your little journey here. So kind of interesting stuff. Bo also goes on to say, "Each scenario has its own unique challenges determined by the continent you're in, the biome you're utilizing, the weather, the temperature, and of course, animal availability. There will be goals for you to achieve: bronze, silver, and gold, which contain gameplay objectives that vary in difficulty depending on how far you've progressed through the story. There's a lot of unique objectives," she says, "to get stuck into too. Each scenario will open up with an introduction to your new surroundings by a character. In the first part of the story, you will mainly be interacting with Bernard." And then they go on, the cute little fellow here. It says, "Bernard is the owner of several zoos and has made it's his life work to use them to drive positive change, saving endangered species, and increasing animal welfare around the world. He is a warm and humorous character. He loves dad jokes, who cares deeply for all people and animals alike. He sees the good in almost everyone he meets and wants to inspire others to follow in his path. Despite his age, he has the energy and zest for life of a man 20 years his junior." So Bernard is really, really cool looking here. Then we move on to Nancy. Nancy has worked with Bernie for over 30 years and is a no-nonsense woman with a dry sense of humor. Nancy's first job as a zookeeper was actually at one of Bernie's zoos. She's gotten to where she is through hard work, common sense, and passion for her job. A talented Bernie quickly recognized leading him to promote her to head zookeeper, meaning she now leads the team and expects them to have the high standards she does. Of course, there's more to the characters than much of the story, but we don't want to spoil all the fun. She said, then the last part Bo kind of says is, our first few scenarios will be focused on easing you into the game, and as part of the feedback we received from Planet Coaster, was the need for more tutorials. The team have been especially focused on your initial experience, and we hope you'll like the change of pace. We've also included subtitles in career mode to make the narrative available for those hard of hearing. It's important to us that everyone gets to enjoy this story. For a first look at career mode, be sure to tune into our Gamescom display Tuesday, August 20th, 7 p.m. British Standard Time. We'll be showing off a section of our first tutorial and introduce you to Bernie and Nancy. There will be load more news of Gamescom, so keep your eyes peeled. So yeah, guys, that is pretty interesting. The actual built-in game scenarios are going to have tutorials. That is some big news. We kind of had to leave that up to the geekisms of the world and, Rudy's and all them to actually come up with the tutorials. So that's pretty interesting stuff that they're going to have this built in right there into the game. And don't forget, they said right at the end of this post, the Gamescom gameplay demo will be Tuesday, August 20th at 7 p.m. BST. So don't forget, we'll be covering that here on the channel. If you have to work, you can't get to watch that live, we will be covering all that and doing some feedback and announcement videos. So don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all this Planet Zoo content. And yeah, Gamescom is really right upon us now. So yeah, let me know what you thought. Let me know what your thoughts are down below about the career mode and Bernie and Nancy and all of this stuff that we have coming our way. And don't forget to hit that like button if you end up enjoying this video and share it with your friends. And yeah, I'm S. Dan Wolf. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. And I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you. See you guys.